Comment your name and state below. I'd love to see who's watching and benefiting from these videos. And today, we're talking about something a lot of people don't realize until it's too late. Medicare Advantage plans in 2026 are quietly shifting again, especially in the areas people depend on most: dental, maximum out-of-pocket limits, and those extra perks that look great on paper but don't always deliver the way you'd expect. And if you're choosing a plan this year, or thinking about switching during the next enrollment window, this video might save you from making a mistake you'll regret for the rest of the year. Let me start this with a true story, because stories make all this Medicare stuff make sense. A couple weeks ago, I was talking to a woman named Linda from Arizona. She's 68, retired teacher, super organized, the type who keeps every document in a labeled folder. She told me she picked her Medicare Advantage plan last year because the brochure looked great. Her words. Not mine. She liked the idea of $0 premiums, loved the free dental cleaning, and thought everything else would fall into place. But by July, she found herself paying hundreds out of pocket for a root canal because her plan covered preventive dental only, not comprehensive. And here's the part that really frustrated her: she didn't know that in her zip code there was actually another plan, same premium, same company, but it came with $2,000 comprehensive dental built in. She simply didn't look closely enough. And that's exactly why videos like this matter. Because in 2026, Medicare Advantage isn't just about $0 premiums anymore. It never really was. It's more about what you get and what you give up. And most people don't look at the right details when comparing plans. They look at the shiny benefits on the front page instead of the actual structure of the plan. Let's talk about dental first, because this is the #1 benefit people ask about. In 2026, plans are getting more aggressive with dental, both in good ways and in tricky ways. A lot of companies are pushing the headline, $3,000 dental included. But when you read the fine print, that $3,000 may only be for specific services, or may require you to use their preferred dental network, or may reimburse you at a rate that doesn't match what your dentist actually charges. I've seen plans where root canals are covered, but only up to $400 reimbursement. And you and I both know that a real root canal with a crown can cost closer to $1,500 to $2,000 depending on where you live. So when a plan advertises big dental numbers in 2026, it doesn't automatically mean the plan is better. It just means you need to read how that money is structured. Another thing I've been noticing is the shift in maximum out-of-pocket limits for 2026. This is where people get blindsided. The MOOP, which is the maximum amount you'd pay out of pocket in a worst-case medical situation, is creeping upward in some markets. Not all, but many. And what's interesting is that some plans that look generous on extras like dental, vision, hearing, transportation, even OTC credit, those same plans sometimes have a higher MOOP to offset all those perks. It's like giving you candy in one hand but taking a few dollars from the other. That means if you have a healthy year, the plan feels amazing. But if you have a rough health year, a surgery, physical therapy, specialist visits, that's when you realize the difference between a $3,900 MOOP plan and a $7,500 MOOP plan. It's a completely different experience. And I want to pause here for a moment, because this is where real-life scenarios matter. Imagine two people standing side by side, both age 70. One's diabetic, seeing an endocrinologist 4 times a year, taking brand-name insulin, and going to podiatry visits. The other is relatively healthy, yearly checkup, maybe a cardiology visit once in a blue moon, but no big ongoing issues. Those two people should not be choosing the same Medicare Advantage plan. They just shouldn't. And yet every year I see people looking at the same TV ads, getting the same postcards in the mail, and thinking everyone should pick the top-ranked plan. But there is no universal best. There's only what's best for you based on your doctors, your medications, your health patterns, and your financial comfort level. Let's talk about rankings, because the title of the video we're analyzing today had the word ranked in it, Medicare's best and worst Advantage plans. Here's the honest truth: a plan can be ranked 5 stars and still not be the best plan for you personally. A plan can be ranked 3.5 stars and be absolutely perfect for someone else. The star rating tells you how well the plan operates from a quality and performance standpoint, not whether it matches your life. And 2026 is a year where we're seeing some star rating shifts because CMS tightened quality measures again, meaning some plans that used to be 5 stars dropped, and some that were lower have stepped up their game. Let me give you another real example, something that happened with a gentleman named Robert in Florida. He was on a highly rated plan for years. Loved it. But in 2026, that plan changed its diabetic medication formulary. The price he paid for insulin shot up, and he didn't realize it until January because he didn't check his ANOC letter. Sometimes the worst plan isn't the one with bad benefits, it's the one that surprises you when January 1st arrives. I also want to touch on something people don't often think about: doctor networks. In 2026, some major carriers have been consolidating networks in specific regions to reduce costs. That means even if your plan stays the same, your doctor might not. And nobody likes getting the letter saying, your provider will no longer be in-network as of March 1st. So when people ask me how to choose the best plan, I usually start with one simple question: who are your doctors? Because if your plan doesn't work with your doctor, everything else falls apart. Let's shift back to dental for one more important point. There's a difference between preventive and comprehensive coverage. Preventive usually means cleanings, x-rays, exams. Comprehensive means fillings, extractions, root canals, crowns, dentures. In 2026, preventive is pretty much included in most plans, even the basic ones. But comprehensive, that's where the real differences show up, and that's where people can save or lose a lot of money. If your plan only offers preventive, you're going to be paying out of pocket if something serious happens. And dental issues almost always show up suddenly. You don't plan a cracked tooth. You don't schedule a crown months ahead. You just wake up one day, eat something wrong, and boom, now you're paying $1,800 like Linda did. That's why I always encourage people to make a dental decision based on likelihood, not fear. If you've had dental issues before, you probably will again. If your dentist has warned you about needing future crowns or implants, take that seriously when picking a plan. But if you've historically had minimal issues, a basic dental plan may actually be fine. Again, customization is the name of the game. One more thing a lot of people misunderstand about Medicare Advantage is the relationship between extra benefits and core coverage. All the extras, dental, vision, hearing, gym memberships, transportation, meals after discharge, they're all amazing. But the heart of the plan is still how it handles hospital stays, specialist visits, emergency care, imaging, and medications. That's where your real spending happens. And in 2026, I've noticed some plans shifting their benefits in ways that make the extras look bigger while tightening certain medical copays if you need actual treatment. Not all plans, but enough that you should absolutely double-check. The truth is Medicare Advantage in 2026 is becoming more polarized. Some plans are extremely generous with extras but stricter on medical structure. Others are simple, basic, predictable, and maybe not flashy, but very stable and reliable long-term. And the trick is knowing which type fits your personality and health style. The last thing I want to touch on is something emotional but important: peace of mind. A lot of people pick plans that feel exciting, look at all the benefits I'm getting. But when trouble hits, when you get diagnosed with something, when you need surgery, when you're suddenly going to specialists, that's when you realize whether your plan actually supports you or not. A good Medicare Advantage plan is one that makes the bad days a little easier, not harder. And that's ultimately why ranking Medicare Advantage plans the way some videos do is both helpful and misleading. It's helpful because it brings awareness. It's misleading because it makes people think there's a universal list of best and worst. The real best plan is the one that fits you, in your zip code, with your health needs and your doctors. So as you're going through 2026, comparing dental coverage, looking at networks, checking your MOOP, paying attention to your medications, and thinking about how you use healthcare each year, take your time. Slow down. Look at the fine print. Ask questions. And remember that a flashy benefit doesn't always mean a better plan. If you want help comparing these details, or if you want me to cover another topic like this, just drop a comment with your name and state. I read every single one, and I love seeing where everyone is watching from. And if this video helped you understand Medicare Advantage a little clearer, that makes my day, because nobody should feel confused or overwhelmed when choosing something as important as their healthcare.